Part 1, Building Trusting Relationships with Students through Getting to Know What Their Concerns Are and Communicating Effective Feedback with. Good morning, Ms. Bonilla. Ms. Bonilla, I would like to know, do you have any questions or concerns about the professional development that you attended on last week?
Yes. Do you all expect us to implement all the strategies that was discussed in the professional development?
Of course not. We don't expect you to use all of the strategies, but we do encourage you to use the ones that you are comfortable with.
Oh, okay. I was a little nervous thinking that I have to do all of them. But I did implement the use of graphic organizers. I must say, implementing certain graphic organizer made reading comprehension for my students less difficult.
Okay, and I'm glad to hear that. But what I want to do next, I'm going to give you some feedback on the observation that I did on you yesterday on implementing the graphic organizer. First off, I would like to say I love how you introduced the meaning of compare and contrast and how you used two students to introduce the graphic organizer.
I must say that I did a lot of preparation on how to teach this skill using graphic organizer, since I never used them before.
And you did an excellent job. But I think that you should have changed the order in which you presented the information.
Okay, so I shouldn't introduce the meaning of compare and contrast first.
Well, what I've observed, I wrote it down. The first thing you should have done was ask anyone, can anyone tell me anything about compare and contrast? Okay? And doing this, it allows you to involve the student, give an informal assessment, and other than that, everything else was in order. It was evidence that you was prepared and you was knowledgeable about the skill and how to implement the graphic organizer.
Okay, so should I start off with probing the students to see what they know of any skills?
Yes, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to call me, email me, or come by my office. And I must say, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Ms. Wright, for allowing me to express my concerns.
You're welcome. Part 2, Trusting Relationships with Students by Showing Interest in the Student's Personal Life and Communicating Effective Feedbacks with Pro. Hello, Ms. Bonilla. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Ms. Bonilla, we have been working together for 10 years. And I must say, I don't know anything personal about you. Are you married? Do you have kids?
Yes, I'm married and I have 3 boys and 5 grandkids. What about you?
Well, I have 2 sons and 1 grandson. How long have you been working for the school system?
28 years, but it seems like forever.
Oh, wow. I hope I can last that long. I must say, after watching you, it's like you was born to teach. You're natural.
You think so?
Yes. Okay, Ms. Bonilla, my goal today is to assist you in the areas where you feel that you need support. I received a questionnaire that you sent to me through the email, and I want to give you my feedback.
Okay.
Okay, for question number 1, what are your fears? You wrote, my students not having enough gains, making enough gains. What do you say about that? What do you mean by that?
Because I have tried different strategies and I still do not see the gains that I'd set for my students.
Okay. After my observation, I can say that the fears are not a concern because I reviewed the data from the first diagnostic iReady to the second diagnostic iReady. And it shows that 9 out of 13 of your students has gone up 10% or more, which is 3/4 of your student.
Okay, maybe my expectation was a little too high.
Yeah, that could be the problem. Okay, for question number 2, you wrote question number 2. What do you think is your strength? You wrote classroom management, and with that, I totally agree with that. And with question number 3. What do you think are your weaknesses? You wrote introducing a new skill. What do you mean by that?
I feel that I'm doing something wrong or backwards.
Okay. Okay, no, you're doing an excellent job. We just need to tweak some things.
Like what?
I suggest that you ask questions about the skill before you introduce the skill.
So I'm not supposed to introduce the skill first.
No, first you're going to tap into the kids' prior knowledge. And for example, can someone tell me about compare and contrast, or using strategies? Using these strategies will allow you to know how to group the kids. It will free up some time, and it also will help you in getting lessons for differentiated instruction in your group rotation.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Also, in giving feedback, in giving student positive feedback, that's another concern.
Okay. I will draw a happy face. I will write good job on their papers, or try harder on their papers.
No, that's not sufficient enough. Okay, when you're giving positive feedback, example, if a student receives a D or an F, you may write on their paper or verbally respond to the student. You may say, I noticed that you got, you're going to point at the grade, you'll tell them what grade they have. But what you're going to do, you're going to focus on the positive. You're going to focus on the positive, and you're going to say, even though you got this wrong, I like how you did this. So next time it's going to encourage the students to do better.
Okay, I can do that. I can try that.
Yeah, tapping into their prior knowledge and positive feedback are the only things you need to work on.
Okay, thank you for your feedback.
Thank you.